Hello, everybody. It's your favorite cowman mutant thing. Okay. That's horrible. It's Thunder Cow here, back on the Familycraft server. Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? And I'm currently sitting in a hole without my armor on, so I'm gonna go put that on. No. Actually, really bad. Oh no, wait, no, I shouldn't have killed you. No, everything has gone wrong, very wrong. Oh no. This actually, if I can't rectify the situation, everything is very much bad. So, got a mending villager yesterday by chance while playing with Missy. And that was fun, it was a great little experience. Right now that mending villager I think is in danger. Yup, there you are, but you're still... No! I can't stand any of you. Oh my gosh. Well, that's not how I thought we'd be starting the episode, honestly. Alright, well, I guess I need some torch. I'm running a little low on torches at the moment, aren't I? Okay, let's see if I can explain sort of what's happened. Where should I start? Let's start off with I haven't been playing. It's because of a whole lot of things, and just because I've just been busy with, other things, which if you're another human being, you probably understand to some extent. Life is a busy thing, and so it kind of got to me. But then yesterday I decided to hop on because Wallfly and Halverson were planning an ocean monument raid. And so we went and raided 3 ocean monuments that were all right next to this poor little place here. We went and raided 3 ocean monuments that were all right by each other. And I have some video coverage of that, even though I was absolutely and utterly useless during all 3 of the raids. Went with Wallfly, Halverson, Missy, and Grey Tiger, and we all went out and did some stuff. I mean, it was fun, It got me back on the server, which I think is the biggest thing. And then, long story short, I decided to start AFK fishing, and I thought this was a great idea. But apparently, I have lost one of the most important things in my base, which was that mending villager. So what exactly are we looking at here? Well, okay, I can't help myself. Mending is gonna be good. Loyalty, essential. Okay. Unbreaking 3. Apparently, I could go for some better impaling. So what we're at right now is a little place off to the side, somewhere on the edge of that ocean that you might remember I found. And this actually, wait, is piercing? I think piercing might actually be, yeah, that's a crossbow enchantment. Anyways, yeah, decent trident. So we're at a little place, sort of around, off to the side, or on the, what do you call it? On the coast, on the shore, I guess, of this ocean that I found. Oh, look, the villagers making love. So this is the ocean that we found in the 2nd episode. And then I went off someplace to the side, and I was like, I'm going to plant a little base here. And I think I did that. I think you can see it at the end of that episode, if I remember correctly. And I did not want to pick any of you back up. And so I kind of just started building stuff here. Like, I made a little AFK farm place there. It actually started off with a few chests and a little mini super smelter. And then from there, I just kind of started building things. Now, here's where it kind of got crazy, right? So you'll notice that there's a little more than just that. That's because I got set up with a bit more of a storage system. I eventually built a better super smelter, but that's later on. So what happened, basically, is I got sick, right? And while I was sick, I just decided to do a bunch of stuff. I guess actually, yeah, I decided to do a bunch of stuff. And I'm going to get some of these events jumbled up timeline-wise. But while I was sick, like a few weeks ago, I built like 3 farms, and this little stone generator here. So this is a melon and pumpkin farm, as you can see from the side. Right here we have a sugarcane farm that might still have the creeper's gone. We got a bunch of bamboo, but that's just because I obsessively started placing it around the other day. And this hostile mob farm, which is decent for items, and also for XP. I mean, it's still kind of janky. And then, of course, I built up this villager breeder at some point during what was supposed to be an episode. But then that's where we get to the problem. Okay. So this was all on me, because I didn't sort everything out properly. I didn't do my job in making sure that everything is organized. And so what happened is everything kind of got jumbled up, and I'm not sure where recordings of episodes began and end, and for anywhere like after episode 2, other than the dragon fight. But that's just because that was like 1, maybe 2 recordings, so they were easy to, and they were obviously in a different location, so it was easier to find that. But otherwise, it was really difficult to find everything, and I just figured, it might be better to not try to do it, because YouTubing isn't my job. It's a fun thing, It's something I'm doing for the heck of it, because I think it would be a great time. Like, that's why I started recording Familycraft, is because I thought it would be fun. So I'm not going to try to pull all of that together, because it's not my job. It's something I could do if I wanted to, but I just don't have the time to do that. So what I figured I'd do instead is do this explanation. But anyways, so built up the farms, and then somewhere around that time, the dragon fight was coming up. So this is pre-Ender Dragon fight, because you can see some of this stuff in the video during the dragon fight video. Sorry. You can see some of this in the dragon fight video in the background. So what I did was I was like, oh, dang, there's going to be a dragon fight soon, because it was in the message of the day on the server. It was like, there's a dragon fight, whatever date it was, Tuesday or something like that. I was like, man, gotta get ready for the dragon fight. So I went, mined a bunch of diamonds, got some gear. The gear was not like this when I first made it, but I got some gear, full diamond armor, tools and weapons and whatnot. Whoops. And everything was great, right? I was like, man, I'm kitted out, ready for the dragon fight. And then I discovered the dragon fight wasn't for like another 8 days, because it was actually a week later than I thought it was, and then it was pushed back a day. So I was like, oh man, well, I mean, I still was really productive. So I did that, and then I think it might have been after that I got sick and started doing all of this stuff. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The point is that all of this is here now. But the other reason why I'm not spending too much time trying to recreate those episodes or do whatever is because ultimately it's not going to matter. Like, all of this stuff here, I'm planning on leveling to the ground. I want everything here gone because it's not nice to look at. Like, I fly into my base and I'm like, look at that ugly thing. Like, this is how I find my base, right? And this is not what I want to be the staple of my base. This giant netherrack mob farm. Like, it's ugly. So I just ran right into that, didn't I? So I actually want everything here to be gone, which is why I'm not it's why I'm not stressing out about it too much. Yeah. So that's all. That's where we're at right now, currently in Familycraft Season 2. And I'm excited moving forward because we've now found a place for an industrial district, which is pretty much what I've been looking for. Like, I've been like, man, I want to build all of these cool farms and everything, but I haven't been able to because I haven't really had a place to do it. Like, I could do it out here, but I don't want to because that would ruin the pretty ocean. Like, I found this place and I want to use this place because it's, so not, I want this to be like my pretty place, So, yeah, I'm going to stick to that. But I found the other ocean, which already has an ocean monument. It's got the frozen tundra, which is fantastic, which means we can get an ice farm and a guardian farm right off the bat. Because it's such a large ocean and, oceans are just open space, I can easily build some forms of mob farms. I could maybe construct some kind of a raid farm. I could do I'm going to do an iron farm, obviously. That'll probably be my first project, like I said. And I can, whoa. It gives me a lot of space to build sort of the bigger, more industrial-ish farms that I want to make and get all of these items. So I guess with that being said, it's time to get started on the iron farm, which what I'm going to do for that, one second. This is not Familycraft. So this is the design we're going to be using. We're going to be using Nembon's, this iron farm, right? Yeah, this one right here. And it looks like there's a bunch of stuff going on, but that's just because there are particles to show you fancy things, and that little house structure isn't necessary. The overall farm is relatively simple. It's actually is very simple. So we just have like these villagers, and there are a total of 30 villagers, all in little workstations. We've got a rail running over glass with like a zombie or a husk or whatever riding through it. And then just some places, I guess, for iron golems to spawn, and then they fall into these killing stations. Yeah, I mean, it's overall pretty simple to build. So I guess we're going to do the world download and then get going on it. Alrighty, here's the deal. So around this point, I guess I just kind of didn't record any segments of me as I was working on the project, but I did, as you will see in the next clip, I did actually like build up a farm and like get the main structure built up. And I swear I recorded it, I talked about it, I was like, here's part of the structure, but I guess I didn't, so you'll just have to trust me that it's there. And then for the remainder of the video, I guess around that time my microphone stopped working for some reason. It's not just that it wasn't working with my recording software, but like it wasn't working, period. Like I couldn't use it for communication or anything like that on my computer. It was super, super strange. So there's no audio of my voice for the rest of the video. So I'm going to try to kind of double over it and explain what's going on in the process, and hopefully it should make sense. So as you'll notice on the screen here, the actual structure, the whole thing is completed. Right here, I'm just removing the final blocks of scaffolding after putting in the first set of villagers, which you'll see on the right in. And then we should see coming along here, you can probably see around in the background, there's a minecart going around with the husk. I got all of that in. Everything is all set up. You can see the minecart right there. It's empty because the husk just isn't loaded in. So here, as the villagers go to bed, we're about to see whether or not the farm actually works. And this right here is kind of a suspenseful moment. Because I'm not entirely sure, I guess, if it worked or not. So right now you should be feeling really tense. And there we go. We have our first iron golem. And then right there, I think I made an audible noise, although it was relatively late-ish when I recorded this. I think I still made like a noise of excitement. So that was great. We have an iron farm now. And spoiler alert, it is crazy effective. Since this is me from the future, I can tell you that I got the villagers put into a second module, and the amount of iron that we were able to produce is just insane. Like we filled up like 3 double chests with iron ingots in one night. It was great. I now currently in real life by the iron farm have like 6 double chests set up coming out of that hopper there, rather than I think it's just 1 hooked up in this clip. So exciting. It's real exciting. We now have a ton of iron, and I'm not really sure what to do with all of it now that it's working. So we're going to have to figure out some hugely iron-based project, or we'll just make like tons upon tons of pistons. I don't know, one or the other. Oh my goodness, we have so much iron, and I honestly don't know what to do with it. Like, we just have stacks and stacks of like iron blocks and everything, and if I just overnight a couple of times, we're gonna have so much. So if you have any ideas for what we could do with all of this iron, please let me know. I'm just thinking, maybe I'll incorporate some more iron into the base design, which also I've got some thoughts about, and maybe we'll just open in a crazy iron shop or something like that. But anyways, so much iron, so much iron.